I think we are live now. Uh, hey, hi everyone. A very warm welcome to each one of you. I hope you all are healthy, happy, and safe from whichever the part of the world you're joining from. My name is Yash, and I lead the community efforts here at DeFi. We started DeFi back in 2020 with the vision to democratize data science education. And in our efforts for the same, we keep conducting regular boot camps where the idea is that anyone can pick a topic of their own choice and learn it along with the community over the next set of few days. Our 5-week data science boot camp is a part of this initiative. At the same time, we keep conducting regular datathons where anyone can learn data science by practicing on real world data sets. We also build small micro courses through which all of you can learn data science at your own pace and time, and at the same time discuss and interact with the global community on the Discord channel. That's some quick context about DeFi, and in our journey of building DeFi so far and running all these initiatives for past 1.5 years, what we realized is the power of community learning, where all of you comes together to learn, struggles together, share knowledge together, at the same time grows together. And that's I think is the beauty of community learning. And we keep witnessing it in every boot camp which we do, and hopefully we all will see it scaling this time as well. And that's something we always encourage you all to do, and through these boot camps. And so yeah, on that note, I'll quickly welcome you all to the 5-week data science boot camp. I hope you all are equally excited to embark on this community learning journey. So through this session, what we want you to understand is the basic format and some essentials before we even start off the boot camp tonight. So talking about the format, right? So how we have planned this boot camp is we will be releasing weekly learning resources every Friday on our LMS platform. I'll quickly show it to you as well. So if you go to this bootcamp link through which you registered, right, you'll see an option called Access Bootcamp Content over here, right? Once the bootcamp start, you'll be able to see it and access the bootcamp. This is something a lot of you were asking on Discord channels as well as over email. So I thought I'll probably show it to you. So that's how you'll be able to access the bootcamp content. You can I'll show you a past bootcamp in which I enrolled and how it works. So explainably, I was one of the boot camps in which I previously enrolled, and I could see it says bootcamp content over here, right? If you click on this, right, it will take you to the learning platform where you will see all the learning content on the left hand side, the modules and everything through which you will be learning over the next few days. And this is where you can access all the bootcamp learning content from for the 5-week data science bootcamp as well. And if you are looking to understand the schedule of the bootcamp, you can simply go to view bootcamp curriculum over here. Right, it will take you to a Google document where you can see all the learning content, all the structure of the bootcamp, basically the week-wise schedule, the release dates of these bootcamps. So 11th March today we'll release the first set of modules for the week one. Similarly, next week on 18th we'll release week two learning resources, and likewise. So you can feel free to refer to these and learn it over the next few days. And just a quick note, all the bootcamp learning content will be in the offline format. So you don't need to worry about any time or those constraints. You can feel free to learn at your own pace and time over the next few days. That's something which we technically do as members from all across the globe joins us for the boot camp. So that's something I believe will allow you to learn at your own pace and time. Talking about uh, the next set, right, which is the help which you might need during the boot camp, right? So for example, while learning, if you face any doubts or need any help, feel free to post your doubts or queries on the Discord channel. We have a lot of active community members over there who keeps helping each other out and love to help each other out. So feel free to join the Discord link through this. And I'll also show you how basically where all channels can put your doubts on. So yes. Uh, Once you click on that link, you'll see an option called accept invite. I'm already there on the Discord server, so it will directly open me our Discord channel. Yes, over here, you will see two channels primarily. The first one is a dedicated channel for the data science bootcamp, which is 5 week data science bootcamp. You can, members are already helping with each other out here and asking few doubts, right? You can feel free to post your doubts while learning if you need any help from anyone during the bootcamp. The second channel which you can take help from is Help Me. You can post the doubts here as well in case required. And we'll also keep sharing weekly announcements on these channels, so you all are aware about when the bootcamp and resources are released and everything. So make sure you join the Discord so that you are notified with everything, and as well as at the same time can seek help from the fellow community members. And yeah, as I mentioned, we also plan to keep few office hours in between. If with some of the experts from the industry, in case you need any help, right? We're still in the planning phase of it. We'll probably notify you over the email or on Discord once we plan it out. And the next set is the assignments, right? So whenever we learn something new, right, we need to assess ourselves and understand where we stand, right? So this is technically what the assignments are for, right? So we'll have two graded quiz and one hands-on assignment in this whole boot camp. So this is basically the format of the boot camp. And talking about the criteria of completion, something which a lot of you were asking about the certificates and everything, right? So basically, in order to complete the boot camp, you need to finish both the graded quiz and the hands-on assignment with a cumulative score of 60%. And I believe that's pretty much possible if you thoroughly learn through the boot camps over the next 5 weeks and apply your problem solving skills at the right place. You'll be able to do it for sure. And yeah, what it takes to do, right? So one thing is you need to be extremely passionate to learn a new skill, and have a never give up attitude. And most importantly, you need to believe in yourself. If you do believe in yourself, I'm sure you'll make it happen. And rest be assured, if you need any sort of help in between, we are always there at your back. And feel free to always reach out to us and community members on Discord over email, and we'll be more than happy to help you out with everything. And if you're still looking for some more motivation, we have a few videos from a few of our past learners. So Giovanna is one of our old community members who finished the 5 week data science bootcamp back in the day. And she comes from a purely non-technical background. And what she did in this journey was she was extremely consistent while learning. She was putting daily efforts, learning regularly, setting aside hours daily to learn. At the same time, she wasn't afraid to ask doubts. She was always she always felt to ask doubts easily on on the Discord server and the help channels. So that's something you can also feel free to ask. Never be afraid of asking doubts. Probably let's have a look at the video as well. Her message.
Yes. Yeah. Before we get started, just one quick thing.
Yeah.
Is it possible to plug in some mic or something? I think some of the community members are not able to hear it clearly. Yeah. And
okay.
Yeah, and also maybe you need to share the for this particular video. You also need to share the audio of the sound. But yeah.
Okay. So is it better now, Chanakya, by any chance?
Not so
Can
much.
Can we check on YouTube chat once if people are able to hear me clearly now or better now?
Yeah, I think yeah, I mean, if possible, we need to try and put the earphones, I mean, if possible, but I think more or less, I think that should be fine. But yeah, if you can slow down on the pace, that will be great.
Sure. I'll
Thanks.
probably speak a bit louder and go at a normal pace so that everyone of you can hear me better. So yeah, as I was mentioning, right, never be afraid to ask doubts while learning. Giovanna did the same back in the day, and it helped her consistently learn through the boot camp and pivot from a non-technical background to a data science job. So yeah, maybe let's hear what Giovanna has to say. I'll also post this video on the YouTube chat channel here. If you can do that, that should be helpful. But yeah, let's play it anyways.
Hi everyone, greetings from Milan. I'm Giovanna. I am an absolute beginner in this amazing bootcamp. I'm so excited because I built my first machine learning model. It wasn't easy. I get stuck many times, but one of our greatest coaches helped me to achieve my goal. Thank you so much, the FIT team, for making this possible. Learners, thank you for sharing your achievements. Every day I learn a lot from you. Enjoy your learning process and think and feel that you can do it. So, happy learning. Ciao.
Yes. So as I was mentioning, some sort of motivation for you, as well as these are some of the learning stories we keep hearing while in every sort of boot camp which we do, and I'm sure you'll come across this many times while learning in this journey. So yeah, coming to the support part, right? As I was mentioning earlier, right? We are already putting a lot of good quality content as a part of this boot camp. I believe that will allow you first to structurally learn data science over the next 5 weeks. And at the same time, the Discord community is all yours. You can feel free to help each other out. There are a lot of good coaches and active members over there who loves helping each other out there. And while learning, don't forget to ping your best friends, which is Google and Stack Overflow. Almost every query is available out there. So feel free to put an extra effort and research out a query on these forums. I'm sure you will be able to find your answers. And so yeah, before we close on this session, right, I want to take a moment to thank the makers of the boot camp who came forward back in the past to contribute towards the learning content which we will be learning through during the boot camp. Many thanks to Edmund Lee, Vijay, Saravanan, Ion, Julian, Bonita, Diksha, Sai Gayatri, Tanli, and Joynal Ahmed, as well as many thanks to all the coaches as well as our team members here at DeFi, and most importantly, you, the learners, who always put extra efforts to learn and encourage us as a team to keep doing these community boot camps. So yeah, many thanks to you. And on that note, I think that's pretty much from my end. Probably I'll be happy to take up questions from the YouTube chat you all have. So let me actually go to YouTube chat now. Hello.
Hello. Yes. Yeah. Hi everyone. Yeah. Is my voice audible? Yeah. Great. Yeah, perfect. I think there are a few questions on the chat, right? So probably let's go through them. I think there is a question by Sabri. Can I access the content of week 2 before 18th March? Yeah, Yash, maybe you can go ahead and answer. I mean, yeah.
Yes, and I just opened the chat. I'll probably take it from the start itself, so that we are in the order, right? So yes, can I access the content of week 2 before 18th March? Sabri, I mean, it's a bit of difficult, as we put the content on the same platform, so it might overwhelm the other learners, if we put all the content at the start of the remaining weeks as well. So probably the good idea is you can reach out to us over DM and we can figure out a way for you to provide you the early access of the upcoming weeks. Yeah, I think that pretty much answers Sabri's doubt. Next, we have uh, will this from Frederick? Will this meeting be lasting 30 minutes every day for the next 5 weeks? I think Frederick, we already addressed. Like I mean, like the format of the bootcamp will be something like that. We will be releasing the weekly learning resources once every week, every Friday, so that you can go through the resources at your own time and pace over the next set of 7 days. And in between, while learning, you face any doubts, feel free to put it on the Discord channels, as well as reach out to us on email if you need any help. Hope that answers your doubt, Frederick. Yes, the next doubt is, yeah, would this okay. I think a couple of members were saying the voice was clear about after that. Yes.
So there is another question on, can we redo a quiz to get higher grade?
Yeah. So basically, to answer that question, right? So we have set of few practice quizzes before even you start learning or you start attempting the graded quiz or graded assignments. After sort of every few modules, there is a practice quiz after it, which you can feel free to access multiple times to assess your own learnings. The graded quiz or the final assignments basically can be accessed only once. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Yeah.
And there is someone who is saying, I'm not going to lie, my English is not that great, so I might only get half the information from this live session. Just to add some context, you don't need to worry about it. This particular live session is purely meant to help you get started with the essentials of the bootcamp, on where you can access the content, and if you are running into some trouble, how you can probably navigate yourself through the community channels, so that you can ask your fellow learners or the coaches in the community to be able to address your questions. So it's pretty much to help you get started with all the essentials of the bootcamp. And this particular video will also be available for you to access for later. So you can always, if you want to pause it and try to make notes, or if you want to get some key highlights of the session, you can always do a playback, or even for that matter, YouTube offers you a nice feature of slowing down the entire conversation, right? You can put probably 0.5x or 0.75x the speed to be able to slow down the pace as well. And not just that, just to give you a heads up, all the bootcamp material has been put up as the offline material, so that you don't need to worry about noting down the timelines or the exact time of the sessions, right? And we also understand that the community comes from different parts of the globe, so that way we won't be able to arrive at a particular suitable time, which will be probably in alignment with 70 odd countries where all our learners are coming from. So to make it easy and comfortable for you, convenient for you, we have made all the learning content absolutely offline, so you can access them offline. Yeah, maybe we can take up another question. Yes, the question is, are we going to start from the very beginning? Maybe you can add some context. I think the question has some missing piece. Maybe you can take it up. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Hi, Lata. So, as you mentioned, we'll be starting from the very beginning. The bootcamp, the whole curriculum is designed in such a way that, even if you are an absolute beginner, there is a week zero for you, through which you can learn the essentials of Python, and then, advance on to learning the other fundamentals like pandas, data visualization, and so on, through this 5-week journey. So it's purely designed from a beginner point of view, and over the weeks you will advance on and learn the other fundamentals and advanced topics like machine learning through this journey. So yeah, hope that answers your question, Sweta. I think then we have a question from Sachit. He also have a question on similar lines. I have a non-technical background. How will I cope up with the Python language? So as I mentioned, such as just now, so there is a week zero for you if you are an absolute beginner. If you want to understand the basic fundamentals of Python, you can feel free to go through it. It covers Python, the basic fundamentals of it in depth, and you will be able to learn the essentials of it, and then move on to learning the rest of the weeks. Next question is from Zarar. How can we access our materials? Means weekly tasks. What I understand from this question is you are asking something about from where can you access the learning resources. So I'll probably post out a link in the chat itself, which will help you access the learning content. So if you go to bootcamps on D5, right, you'll see the data science bootcamp, and there will be an option for you called access bootcamp on content, which will be visible at the start of the bootcamp. You can click on it, and you'll be able to access the learning content through it. We'll also send you out an email and post a message on Discord after we release the content. You'll be able to find it handy over there. Hope that helps. Yes. Next we have, I think, can we take multiple attempts for the quiz and assignments? I think this is already addressed a while back, but just to reiterate, right? So there will be some practice quizzes after every module. You can keep multiple attempts on it, but the final graded quiz and the final assignments will be accessible only once. So yeah, make wise of it. Yeah. Next question is from Rakesh. How many times will be the live session in the week? So Rakesh, just as we mentioned, right, all the learning resources will be primarily in the offline format, since learners from all across the globe, all across the geographies joins us. So it's hard for everyone to join at the same time for a live session. That is why we keep it in on offline format so that you can learn at your own pace and time. We plan to keep few office hours in the later weeks, once a week, so that if there are any questions which you want to get addressed over sessions like these, we'll be happy to take over there. Yeah, that's pretty much about your question, I believe. Hope that answers. Next question is from Gunjan. She's asking, are we learning from scratch? Yes, Gunjan, there is the bootcamp is designed in such a way, even if you are an absolute beginner, you will be able to learn it right from scratch. Be it learning the basic fundamentals of Python or the basic fundamentals of data science. You will be learning from scratch and advance on to learning machine learning and other advanced stuff in this journey. So yeah, hope that helps. Next question is again from Lata. Any schedule for this? Not sure what it means, but what I'm understanding from the question is if it is around the learning content, it is going to be released once every week on each Friday. For example, today is 11th Friday. We will be releasing the week one resources. Likewise, on 18th next Friday, we will be releasing the second week resources and so on. Hope that answers. If not, please feel free to post the question again on the chat. Why can't I access the bootcamp content is the next question from Sambit. Sambit, it will be accessible at 10:30 p.m. IST or 6 p.m. CET today itself. We'll post you on email and the response over once it is live. Hope that answers your question. Next is from Sachit again. Also, can I land a job after this course? Yes, Sachit. I mean, if you put in your hard work and thoroughly learn the basic fundamentals of Python in the initial week and advance on to learning the other advanced stuff over the next few weeks, you will be sort of job ready after completing the boot camp. But there is a long way to go still. You need to put in that extra effort from your end, figure out the right resources, keep continuing learning, and go out and hunt for the jobs. So yeah, hope that answers your question. uh, Next question is from Nadir. Will the bootcamp prepare one enough to move on working as a freelancer? uh, I think Nadir, it depends more on you. As I mentioned, you need to put that extra effort by learning the skills. You will have some sort of skills with you, but again, after that, you'll have to put in the extra effort from your end. and keep learning. I mean, learning is a never-ending process. So just keep learning, and one day you will be able to translate your job, or move on to working on your own in this field. Hope that answers your question again. Next question is from Pritish. What are the mail IDs for communication? So Pritish, you can reach out to us on community@defi.tech or support@defi.tech. These are the two email IDs. You can feel free to reach out to us anytime. And our team will be happy to address your doubts over there on email. Could you tell me the next 5 weeks schedule? Do you have any lessons every day or once a week? So Clemens, as I mentioned a while back, the schedule is put on to on basically the bootcamp page link, but I'll still share the document here with you on the chat. You can feel free to go through it. And we basically plan to release learning resources once every week on Fridays. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. So someone called Dolphin asked the next question: will the certificates have a real name on them or our usernames? It will have your real name on it. So don't need to worry about it. We'll share the essentials and on how to add your names on the certificates later on towards the end of the bootcamp. Next question is around: will you share the learning material on Discord or through email? So basically, the learning resources will be available on a particular link. We share that link to you on email as well as on Discord, so that you can find it handy. You can also bookmark the link so that you have it handy with you for the next 5 weeks. Where can I find the course material? You will be able to find the course material on the bootcamp page once the bootcamp starts. I have shared the link in the chat just a while back. Probably feel free to access it. Next question is from Joseph. For projects, do we use Google Colab or DeFi will provide Jupyter notebooks? Joseph, it's up to you. Whichever platform you wish to use, feel free to do it. Generally, many folks in the community use Google Colab as it's an online platform, and you need not download or install anything on your device. Plus, it's easy to share as well. So feel free to use any sort of tools or any sort of technologies which you wish to. It's totally up to you. Next question is from DJ. Will every lecture be recorded? Yes, the content will be in an offline format. So that you can all go through it at your own pace and time over the next few days. Yeah, hope that answers your question. Next question is again from Lata. So if I am an intermediate, then may I know from when can I get into? So Lata, just refer to the learning resources once, or maybe the learning curriculum once, and see what all things you already know, and what all things you want to brush up your concepts on, and then probably dive into the respective weeks accordingly. Totally up to you. I have already shared the curriculum link in the chat. Hope you can access it. Next question is from Vajihi. After the course, will we be able to apply as an intern? Yes, Vajihi, you will have enough essential skills to be able to apply as an intern or apply for a full-time job after the course. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Next question is from Yogesh. Can we get the certificate on this 5-week bootcamp? Yes, Yogesh, there is a certificate for for folks who complete the bootcamp. It will be released once the bootcamp is over. Hope that answers your question. There are a bunch of more questions. We'll take it one by one. There is next question from Kazunga. Hi, this is a two-part question. I understand that we will be having a certificate of some sort when done. What about portfolio of work we can use? Search for work also, which jobs can we apply for? Kazunga, it's I think what I understand from your question is you are looking forward to build a portfolio. So there will be enough projects or enough learning bits that you can include in your portfolio during the boot camp. So probably while learning, have a on site, keep making that portfolio which you want to use for some sort of work search in the future, and which jobs can we apply for. So technically, the jobs sort of which involves use of data science, machine learning in these stuff are the fields which you can apply for once you are done with the bootcamp. Hope that answers your question. Next question is from Samvit. What will be the timing? So it will be released at 10:30 today, 10:30 p.m. IST, and which is 6 p.m. CET time zone. And we will notify you basically once the learning content is released. Next question is from Nadir. I mean, would a participant have to take further specialization in order to become job ready, or is the content enough to be able to work in through Favor or Upwork? I think the content or the bootcamp learning would be pretty much enough for you to start working, or to be able to get into the data science work once you thoroughly learn through the bootcamp over the next 5 weeks. This is something which we have witnessed in past. All the learners sort of who learned through this journey, the 5 week bootcamp journey, had career pivots, had transitioned from a non-technical background to data science job roles, as well as were able to go into the data science job field basically. So I believe if you thoroughly learn, you will be able to do it too. Next question is from yes, would be a project guided from this bootcamp so I can make portfolio. So I think what I understood from your question is you want to sort of include this project into the portfolio. Yes, you'll be able to do it. So it's going to be a purely real hands-on assignment where you will be put in your hands-on skills, whatever you learn through the bootcamp on a real-world data set. So it's pretty good enough to be put it to a portfolio or a professional profile. So yeah, hope that helps. Next question is from Mahavir. Will we be notified once the new content is loaded week-wise? If you can walk us through from where we can access the content actually, as I can see it, but all great. Sure. So probably Mahavir, let me just again share my screen and show you from where you can access the content. Just give me a moment. This is for everyone, so that it helps each one of you out. So right now, this part is grade, which will not be once the bootcamp content is released tonight, right? So I just for perspective, I'll show you one of the bootcamps in which I previously enrolled, which is explainable AI. It is green right now. So similarly, you will see it green once the bootcamp starts tonight. And once you click on it, it will take you to a platform which looks something like this, and where you will find all the learning resources and the learning modules. I'll be also sharing this link with you, the direct link, or with you on email and Discord once the content is live, so that you can find it handy and use it. Hope that helps. Yep, let me go back to the chat now. Swati asked that week 1 is starting from today onwards. How can we access week 0 content? So yes, Swati, we will be also sharing the length of week 0 content tonight itself. So if you are an absolute beginner who is who doesn't know even the basics of Python right now, it's totally fine. There is a week 0 content explicitly for you. You can feel free to go through it and then jump on to learning from week 1 content. It will be there tonight itself when we release the week 1 content. Hope that answers your question, Swati. Hariharan asked, when it comes to data processing and EDA, how advanced the resources would be, or it would be covering only basic stuff. So Hariharan, basically it starts from the basics and takes you to an advanced level. So it's designed that way. You will be learning first the fundamentals of what data processing or EDA is, and then will be able to apply it on a real world data set throughout these learning modules. Hope that answers your question. Next question is from Sandhya. I'm 2015 passed out in computer science. Is this good part to get a job on this field? Sandhya, this will give you enough essential skills to be able to apply for a data science job. There is much more beyond it, which you need to also put in an effort and learn. So I wish you all the best, for the boot camp as well as for the job search. Hope that helps. After this beginning boot camp, will it be followed by another boot camp uh, that covers more advanced topics like machine learning? Question from Joseph. So Joseph, machine learning is also covered a bit into this 5-week boot camp. After the boot camp ends, yes, we plan to conduct more advanced topic boot camps, uh, sort of things like machine learning in depth. And there's also a parallel boot camp going on, deep learning, which is also a 5-week boot camp. We keep plan to conduct more and more such boot camps so that you once you understand the basic fundamentals of data science, you advance on to the field like machine learning and keep continuing learning through that path. Hope that helps. Once every week on Friday, each session for how long? Is questions from Clemens. So Clemens, basically, there won't be any session during this, once every week or something. Though there will be an office hours in consecutive weeks, maybe in week 2 or week 3, once the community requires it. We'll keep you notified on the sessions bit once we plan it. Gunjan, can you please show it again how we can access the study material? I just did it. Let me know if you folks still want me to again screen share and show it to you. I'll be happy to do it. Just wanted to ensure that the question isn't repeated again. And if you folks want me to show it again, I'll be happy to do it. Please just let me know on chat once. Jay Srivastava asks, advanced topics will be included only on machine learning or NLP, AI, and deep learning. So Jay, there will be some elements of these fields, but it's not an entirely an in-depth boot camp on, let's say, deep learning. There is a separate boot camp on deep learning, which is a bit of advanced topic. You can feel free to enroll in the deep learning boot camp as well if you want to learn it in depth. The idea of this bootcamp is to sort of help everyone who wish to get started with their data science journey right from the basics and advance on to learning the bit of advanced topics and be at least a job ready. So yeah. Ajit asked one question: is there any job guarantee or job assistance? So Ajit, there is a channel on our Discord server called Jobs and Internships. Members of the community keep sharing jobs or the hiring opportunities over there. Please feel free to check it, and even if you come across some good opportunities, do share over there. Because at the end of the day, we all have to keep sharing things with each other, and that's how we grow as a community over the time. Hope that helps. Next question is from Bharat. What is the aim of this boot camp? So as I mentioned Bharat earlier, the idea is that if you are an absolute beginner or anyone who wish to get started with their data science journey, uh, you'll be able to learn it over the next 5 weeks. That's the whole aim. If anyone wants to get started on data science journey, there is a structured learning path right with us, through which you can learn and get into the field of data science. Next question is from Harsh. Will the content will be available from today? Yes, Harsh, today at 6 p.m. CT and 10:30 p.m. IST is when the content will be available. Where can we see the updates? The Google Doc. You can see the updates on your email through which you registered, or on Discord server, the link of which I believe is already shared on the chat. So yeah, hope that helps. If not, we'll share it again on the email with you so that you can join the Discord for seeing the regular updates. Next question is from Vikas. After completing the boot camp, there will be any certificate? Yes, Vikas, there will be the certificate for all the learners who finish the boot camps. Basically, complete all the final assignments with a score of minimum 60% is what the criteria is. And once the boot camp ends, you will get a certificate. Next question is from Priyanshu. I am working in TCS, non-tech work with 3 years experience. I want to transition into data science. How I can proceed? So Priyanshu, I think the first and foremost thing is you build the basic fundamentals of data science if you want to translate into it, right? Which the boot camp thoroughly allows you to do, right? And keep building the sites, soft skills as well as on site, which will help you even crack the interviews once you have the necessary technical skills. So both aspects are really important. Just keep working on that, and I'm sure you will be able to translate. Next question is from the quiz will be MCQ. Yes, Ming, the quiz will be MCQ. Hope that answers your question. Mahavir, okay, thanks for the walkthrough of content. It's my pleasure, Mahavir. Hope you all now understand how to access the learning content basically. Next question is from Chris. Would you recommend looking at the 5-week data science course which is available on the web? Perhaps it could be some information that may be applicable to the bootcamp. Quite didn't understand the question, Chris, but what I understood is you are mentioning about the 5-week data science bootcamp. So basically, if you folks want to access the curriculum, it's already there on the bootcamp page through which you can access it. I have already shared the link in the chat of the Google document, which have all the information about what all will be covered in the bootcamp. So hope that helps you out. Yeah. Next question is from Kiran. Last 2 questions probably is what I see on my chat. If there are any others from you folks, feel free to add it now. We'll be happy to take it. What is the time limit for solving the assignments? So Kiran, you will have enough time to solve the assignments. The first quiz will be released next week on 18th. And similarly, the second quiz will be released on 25th. And likewise, the final hands-on assignments will be released on the consecutive week. So you will have enough time to complete it, over the next few weeks. Is what the timeline would look like for solving the assignment. Hope that helps. What would be the best way to proceed for an aspiring data science when they have accomplished this bootcamp? I think what we need to do once we finish the bootcamp is that we should not give up on learning. We should keep consistently learning more advanced topics after the bootcamp ends, right? And at the same time keep building those necessary skills which can help us go and crack a job out there if that's our target. If we want to go and dive into the research bit, right, we need to keep applying and practicing it hands-on and see keep reading about research papers out there and see on how we can contribute to them. Those are the various aspects of how you can continue learning after the bootcamp even ends. So yeah, hope that answers. The next question is from Clemens. Sorry, my English might be poor since all the courses are offline. So is it not for people who are not in Europe? No worries, Clemens. What I understood from your questions are, so by offline, what I mean is basically the learning resources will be on a platform through which you can learn rather than having live sessions. It is going to be in an offline format per se, in a text format, or a recorded video format through which you can learn from any part of the world and at your own time and at your own pace. Hope that answers your question. Feel free to let me know if you still have any doubts around this. Next question is from Navneet. How can I join the Zoom session? So there won't be any Zoom sessions as per Navneet as of now. If there is any, we'll let you know. how many maths hours we need to give it per day in order to learn thoroughly. I think it depends on you. Ideally, it would be good if you can allocate 1 or 2 hours daily in order to learn, and over the period, over the consecutive week, you can increase this time to perhaps 2 to 3 hours per day once you start enjoying the course and once you start even learning it in depth. I think that should be good enough. Just make sure you plan out your next few days, set aside time for daily learning, and that will make you thorough enough to learn it through the boot camp. The next question is from Keshav. The course is on live sessions or recorded videos. What is the timing of the course? As I just addressed, Keshav, this there won't be any particular timing. It will be pre-recorded content or text content, so that you can learn it on our website. The content will be put it on our website through which you can read and learn, and at the same time practice the quizzes or practice the hands-on exercises which we have. So yeah, I hope that helps. How long do we have to complete the quiz? Brandon will release these timelines and let you know the exact timelines of what the duration or what are the deadlines of the quizzes would be. We will notify you on email about it whenever we release the quiz. At the same time, we'll put it along with the learning content about the release date or the deadlines of the quiz. So need not worry about it right now. So yeah, hope that helps. Can we please repeat the quizzes dates? Sure, Harsh. It's also mentioned on the curriculum doc. So the first quiz will be released tentatively on 18th of March. The second quiz will be released on 25th. And the final hands-on assignment will be released on the next Friday after it. So yeah, those are what pretty much the dates are. So it's also mentioned on the curriculum doc. You can feel free to refer to it as well. Yeah. Ajit asked one question: what is the scope of a data science in the market in the future? What is the salary range of a data science as a fresher as well as the experienced person? So Ajit, it's quite a question out of the boot camp. But data science is a booming field, right? And right now, if we see, there is a lot of hype about data science or technologies like AI, right? But the ground reality is very, very different. And sooner or later, it's going to change. And the demand of these skills or professions like data science will be going to high. What you need to do as someone who is just starting right now in the field is build that strong basic fundamentals and keep learning it. And probably over the time you'll see the results coming out. Hope that answers your question. The next question is from Sudhir. Is it live session or recorded? If recorded, how can we access the videos? It will be put it on the website. We'll share the link with you. So there it's going to be purely in offline format. Hope that helps. Yes, Clemens, you got it right now. I'm glad that you understood. The next question is from someone. Could you please provide the Discord link here in the chat? Sure. Are you sharing any study materials on email? Okay, let me first share the Discord link with you all. Here is the link. Hope you can access it now and join the Discord community. The next question is from Sudhir. Are you sharing any study materials on email? We'll share the link where all the learning resources or the study material will be there over email with you. So yeah, hope that helps. Any more questions from anyone? Do we get a recording of this session? Do you mean this session, Vijay? If yes, the recording will be accessible here on this particular link itself. So you can feel free to come back and watch the recording here on this YouTube link itself. The next question is from Vajihi. Any real world projects in this course? Yes, Vajihi, there will be real world projects in this course. The final assignment, the final hands-on assignment which I mentioned is going to be purely on real world hands-on project. You'll get a data set and will play around with it and build a machine learning model out of it. So it's going to be pure real world hands-on project. And also in between, there will be a tons of hands-on real world projects, be it with data visualization, be it around machine learning, or implementing the basic fundamentals as well. So the content is purely hands-on that way. Hope that answers your question. Any more questions from anyone? Or if I missed any question, please feel free to post it again so that I can answer that. If not, probably okay. There is one more question from Manav. Is there any scope after learning this we can land into developer's job or something like that, as a Python is there in this bootcamp? So Manav, more than developer job, I think the bootcamp will make you ready enough to land a data science job, or give you the enough skills to be able to apply data science out there in job, right? That's how the bootcamp content and the bootcamp is designed. Uh, as I mentioned earlier as well, you need to put the extra effort from your end beyond learning the core skills. There are other important aspects such as soft skills and things like that, which you also need to develop side on side and to be able to land a job. So yeah, hope you will keep learning and building those skills that will help you learning it further, or that will help you sort of go and apply for a job and land into it. So yeah, hope that helps. Okay, bunch of more questions. One more question from Venkata. Are classes gonna be every day, or do we need to learn only from LMS? So Venkata, there won't be any classes every day. You'll be able to learn. There will be day-wise resources which will be on the LMS platform or our website, to keep it in simple terms, right? Through which you can learn daily, or learn at your own pace, basically through it. So yeah, and in between if you need any sort of help, right, feel free to share it on Discord. There are tons of active members over there, and we all need to help each other there out with our learning. So feel free to post your doubts, help each other out there, and that's how we learn and grow together. So yeah, the next question is asked from Bela. Will deep learning be covered in this session? uh, No, Bela, deep learning won't be covered in this session. There is a separate boot camp for deep learning altogether. It's a 5-week deep learning boot camp starting from 18th March. It's sort of designed for intermediate learners. If you already know about data science and want to learn a bit advanced into it, right? Top fundamentals deep learning, and so it covers in depth about deep learning, the 5-week deep learning boot camp. So yeah, hope that answers your question. The next question is from Van. It would be helpful if the time that the content was going to be released was on the Access Bootcamp dialog, so we can translate into our local time zone. Thank you for this. So absolutely agreed, Van. Probably this is the feedback. I'll take it to our team and probably have a feature for it in the future. Thanks a bunch for the feedback. I absolutely agree to it. Mokofta, okay, you explained really well. Bundle of thanks. My pleasure, Mokofta. I'm glad I could help and address all your questions. Thanks, Grace, for the appreciation. The next question is from Nevo. Is there any scope to team up with someone and can work as a team on different competitions? Yes, Nevo. You can definitely team up for various competitions. People are already doing that on Discord. You can go and join our Discord server, and you will see people are pairing up for various competitions over there, which are running or are upcoming. So feel free to see team up or seek help from folks over there on Discord server. Hope that answers. The next question is from Ajit. Now I'm working as a database administrator. Is there any connection between DBA and data scientist? Sort of a technical question, Ajit. Probably like you can probably post it on Discord server once, and folks like who are already there into data administration, or folks who come from that background, maybe can share their understanding or their perspectives of how or what the relation is, on how you can make the most out of what you already learned and apply it into data science as well. So yeah, hope that answers. Do we need to get any specified software to work with? Software to assist our learning? Not really. There is no requirement of particular software to learn from. You'll have a link with you through which you can learn. You'll so hope that answers your question as well. The next question is from Venkata. I think I just addressed this question, Venkat, but I'll just reiterate. You will have to learn, you can learn at your own pace and time through the LMS platform. There won't be any explicit class daily or every day. This is just because folks from all across the globe joins us. As you can see, people from various geographies are joining from the book on this session as well, right? And it's really hard for everyone to come at same time daily for a class. So instead, what we do is we keep everything in the offline format, be it pre-recorded session or the content in the offline format through which everyone can learn at their time zone and pace. Yeah, hope that helps. Can we have a deep learning bootcamp again after this completion of data science bootcamp? Definitely, Harita, we can definitely have one more batch of data science of deep learning bootcamp after the data science bootcamp ends. Uh, that's something which is absolutely doable. We'll keep you posted on the dates and any further updates on it over email on Discord. Hope that answers. The next question is from Hemant. Can we access any course in DeFi website that you provided? Yes, Hemant. There are tons of boot camps. There are tons of courses which we have built on DeFi. You can feel free to go and enroll in them and learn through them. They are absolutely free of cost. Whatever we do is totally for free and entirely for the community as a part of our open education initiative. So hope you'll be able to explore more and explore more things like boot camps, courses, challenges, live sessions, and bunch more initiatives on our website. Ajit, thank you for your valuable replies. My pleasure. Thank you, Sabia. I'm glad I could help. Thank you. You answered everything very well. My pleasure. I'm happy I was able to address almost all your doubts. But if I missed any, please feel free to put it now in the chat, or even after this session ends, right? Feel free to put it on the Discord server or write to us on email. I'll be more than happy to address all your questions over there. I think, yeah, with that, we are pretty much done with all the questions. If there are any more, please let me know, folks. We'll wait for a few more minutes to address the remaining questions. If not, then we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for the appreciation. I'm glad that I could help. And yeah, I think we are pretty much done with the questions, I believe. Once again, thank you everyone for joining the question and asking a lot of questions. I really like whenever you folks actively ask questions or interact on the community or on the chats. Really love it. Really love the community vibe which you all brought in together on the day, and hopefully we'll witness it. We'll continue witnessing it basically on throughout this bootcamp learning journey. And I'm really looking forward to making this bootcamp a huge success along with you all, and hope you'll be able to learn and achieve what you wish to through this bootcamp. Have a good day, folks. Bye bye.